Guys, I think there's something wrong with the universe. There's something really deeply disturbing going on right now. Chris Chibnall wrote a good Doctor Who story. And I do apologise, my mic was peaking then, I'm going to have to lower that down a bit. I broke the tension there. What the fuck happened? I enjoyed a Chris Chibnall story so much that I don't really have anything negative to say about it. Well, there you go, that's the review over. That's all you're getting, guys. I didn't really expect to be in this position where I actually came out of it really, really enjoying it. I'm just so confused how this has happened. Like this Dalek here. Should have been what the Daleks looked like in the episode. But let's say hello to everyone who's joined. Who we got? We got Bradley Pattison, not Pattinson, like Robert Pattinson. Why aren't you Robert Pattinson? That'd be great if Robert Pattinson was here. But thanks for joining. Well, that was something. Ross Larkin, hello. Monastery Mania, who's that? Harry Alpha Scrapper, how you doing, man? Tom Dalek Apocalypse, how you doing? I will reply to your message later. Sorry, I only just noticed it now. Well, ZBoy94 says, thank F***, that was over. Now the fans will return. I don't know what F*** means. You'll have to type that in the chat. I don't quite know what that means. We got Devon, how you doing? It wasn't preachy either. Oh god, I know. It made a change, right? It's almost as if you kind of let go and kind of had a bit of fun writing it. The story is absolute hectic. It was messy but good. 3 years it took to get a good story. Good one. The only Chibnall episode I actually enjoyed. Yep, same. Parts were messy and rushed, but enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I'll get on to my opinions in a minute. I'm just reading what you guys are saying. George Priestley, how you doing, man? Hey, hey. Hey, hey, kids. It's me, Krusty the Clown. I can't do a Krusty right now. Devon's excited for David, Donna, Sylvia. Is Sylvia back? I didn't realise that. Ian, yes, we're going to discuss everything, guys. We're going to discuss from the beginning to the end, because, well, I'm not going to do a review. It's just going to be a reaction. Because I won't have any time. Solid 60. Yeah, we're going to watch that as well. Stay tuned to this live stream, guys. We're going to be reacting to everything. So, yeah, first going in, and Mark Michalowski. Oh, it's him. It's that guy. Dog's dinner. Well, it must have been quite a tasty dog's dinner because, my god, it was juicy. Where are we? Starting from the beginning. Going in, I was sort of excited. I kind of got a notion that it was going to be alright, because I kind of thought that the budget from Legend of the Sea Devils kind of got carried over to this episode, so I knew that it was at least going to look pretty, especially from the trailers, because the trailers looked pretty fantastic. Yeah, don't mind, I'm just eating some blueberry muffins. Oh, I want a blueberry muffin. That's not fair. But yeah, going in, I was cautiously optimistic, let's say. I mean, I knew that, speaking of Daleks, I mean, we'll just get it right off the bat. It was just going to be bronze Daleks. We weren't going to get any different variants. That's not going to happen in the Chibnall era. It just is what it is. I knew that Sacha Dhawan would kill it because, he's killed it so far. So, I mean, I wasn't let down on that front. Yeah. And then, well, I sat down to watch it, got a bag of popcorn, and came out of it really enjoying it. I know I've said that a lot, but it's okay. Let's go from the beginning. So the Mummy and on the Orient Express thing, whatever, with the Cybermasters. Let's just say right off the bat, the Cybermasters this time look absolutely phenomenal. Like, they really went back to the drawing board and made these things look badass. Like the black or the metallic grey or whatever you want to call it looks so good on those props. It's ridiculous. And they actually had a hierarchy system. They had like the drone kind of things, then they had a leader, then they had like the overall leader with like the gold headband and stuff and whatever, and they really did that so well. It's just a shame that they don't do it for these guys, right? But Cybermaster's fantastic. I can't really complain about that. I felt a lot of tension in the scene, which was weird because tension and the Chibnall era don't really go hand in hand. We've got 21 viewers. Keep that number going, guys. You've got to get all your thoughts in. You've got to tell me what you guys thought. Yeah, Cybermaster's fantastic. I really enjoyed that opening scene. People actually died, which was cool. I always like seeing that in Doctor Who. Yeah, then 13... Yeah, well, it's pointless saying 13 because like there's like a million Doctors. The Doctor came in, Yaz, and Dan came in, and Dan had a nice little moment where he kind of went, "Everything's gonna be all right, mate." So that was kind of funny. And then Dan just got dropped off, which was a fantastic thing to do. Chibnall, you finally learnt your mistake of having too many companions in the TARDIS at one time. Why did it take you 3 years to realise that wasn't such a good idea? So they put Dan back on Earth, which was a fantastic way to do it, because he kind of just had to explore life for himself, and he just wasn't into the danger. And I like how they have a companion who had a different perspective on it. Like, all the companions just seem to go along with it and don't kind of get bored or get fed up and get scared, but Dan was actually scared and stopped doing it, which was really cool. A nice change of pace. Very impressed with that. So then it was just the Doctor and Yaz. Yeah, we got 27 people. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Let's have a look at... I got the figure a couple of weeks back, and then that happened. I don't know what figure that is, but congrats. Daleks felt a bit pointless in this one. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about them a little bit more in a bit, but I kind of do agree with you, and yeah, I've got some more things to say about those guys, because of course I do, because I'm the Dalek guy on YouTube, really. It was absolutely splendid. Harry Alpha, I definitely agree with you. The Daleks were just there. Yep, they really didn't need to be in this one, did they? You know, it's kind of a thing, like, it's nice to see them, but it should really have just been the Cybermasters, really, because then we would have got more of the Cybermasters. I think that the Daleks were a little bit of a waste of time. I was shocked how quick Dan was dropped, but wasn't surprised. I definitely think it was the best thing to do with this character, to be honest. I'm not a massive fan of Dan. I'm not really a fan of John Bishop, really. But yeah, I'm glad it was done that way, because I didn't want like this really long drawn out story with too many companions. Well, except that they did have more companions later, but we'll get onto that. And minus Ryan, yeah, Ryan, because Graham came back and Ryan didn't. But obviously we'll get onto that as we go on further. Yeah. Oh, the Ian figure, of course. It was like Chibnall didn't know what to do with Dan, but it's never stopped him having too many characters just standing in a semicircle looking worried before, has it? Yeah, I mean, I was watching like a few Chibnall episodes last week, and it is just so funny how they just stand there and go, "Oh, Doctor, what are we going to do? Doctor." "Yeah, Doc, I got a sandwich, Doc." Just finished. Oh, Alex is here, how you doing? Oh my god. Probably to keep the Terra Nation estate happy. I mean, they've already been in this. No, they haven't. I mean, that's got to be true now, hasn't it? Because, like, oh, has it? We don't know the answer. We don't have the contract, so we don't know. Oh, Chris is upset. God awful. Rehash of multiple ways Chibnall copies other writers in the episode. Well, I mean, this is Doctor Who. I mean, come on, like, every franchise as well. Like, Star Wars does it. Marvel does it. DC does it. You know, you're not going to win that one, mate. Really hated the CGI mutant. No, I disagree with that. I think that the those mutants look a lot better than the two humanized ones. I think they definitely did a good job changing the mutant design. They look more like the Resurrection mutants, right? So where were we? Dan got dropped off, and I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of forgot. Oh yeah, then Ace was introduced with the missing painting on the wall, which was actually painted out in post-production. It wasn't actually removed, which is quite funny, because I could tell from the rotoscoping. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of a little bit of a rehash of the 50th kind of thing, with the whole painting kind of thing, but I don't know, it worked well enough. I'm not going to complain about that. Then the Master was Rasputin. Sacha Dhawan fucking killed it in this one, didn't he? He just completely on this. This might as well have just been the Master's story. It kind of was. It was a Doctor and Master story. That's probably my favourite thing about this era. I mean, I've not really got a lot to go off of, but the relationship between Jodie's Doctor and Sacha Dhawan's Master is just insane. They have insane chemistry, and I really do love that. November 2023. I don't know. Is that true? That is a long time we got to wait. Jesus. It looks like they got it ready to go as well. Like, they've done enough for a trailer. Well, not ready to go, but they've cut a trailer together, at least. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I've kind of forgotten what happened, so I'm gonna go onto BBC iPlayer right now and just scrub through what actually happened, because I've kind of forgotten. You just heard it then. Okay. The train, we've been over that a lot of times. Oh yeah, okay. Ace and Tegan, it was nice to see them both again. Do I think that they were underutilised? Yes. I mean, that's just the curse of the modern Doctor Who formula. Like, companions just get underdeveloped all the time, and it's just going to keep happening, I guess. But yeah, having the Dalek recruit the Doctor, you know, I'm kind of a bit fed up of Nicholas Briggs's Dalek voices now. You know, I mean, I love the guy to bits. He's an absolute legend, but I think it's time. In this new era, we've got some new Dalek voices, because he kind of puts on the same thing of like, I am a good Dalek. The Daleks must be destroyed. You know, he does that kind of the same thing for all of them, and I think it's time for some fresh blood. Why was he Rasputin? I mean, do you even watch the same show? This is the Master. Like, he does random ass shit all the time. Like, why in Castrovalva did he, like, dress up as an old man? Like, why did he do that? This character is not really supposed to make sense, so... No, I thought he was great. I think he actually looked great as well. And I love the fact that they brought back the hypnosis, because I think that it was a shame that that wasn't really in the new series. It definitely works very well. I don't know whether I should be sharing the screen where I'm scrubbing through to try and jog my memory. Oh yeah, we've got like the Death Star thing where they stole that kid. Who else thought that kid was going to be like a Timeless Child or something like that, like an early incarnation of the Timeless Child? That wasn't really in it at all. Like, there was little bits referenced here and there, but it wasn't really a significant part of the story. But I thought it was really cool how the kid powered that entire thing. Kind of brutal. Like, I actually felt a little bit of tension in this one. I mean, I knew nothing bad was gonna happen to anybody really, but you know, it kept me on the edge of my seat. Yeah, and there's a lot of world hopping. Yaz had the gun towards the Master, which, you know, I didn't know whether she was going to do it or not. There was a little bit of tension there. Yes, Lee Adams should take over, I agree. I really enjoyed the episode, but it took a lot from Series 3 finale. Did it? Did it? I'm not seeing that. Crazy Lebowski is speechless. Good. Yeah, how did Graham get there? Did they explain that? I don't think that they did. The Tory is supposed to make sense. Okay. The Tories don't make any sense. Well, they do. You know, there's just greed above the well-being of others. Yeah. I actually was really impressed with Jodie's performance in this one. I really did. Actually, like, it's really annoying how I kind of warmed to her in our last episode. It's kind of sad. But yeah, scrubbing through. We got the Dalek and Cybermaster team up. Like, there wasn't really any explanation for that. I kind of thought that was a bit stupid. But I don't know, I kind of switched my brain off and kind of took it as goofy fun, really. And, I mean, come on, the Master turning into the Doctor was just... It was just kind of beautiful. There's a little bit of a chef's kiss moment, and he just looked really funny with Jodie's earrings on. So they keep the jewellery on when they regenerate. Good to know. Yaz had some good character for once. It's interesting, really, isn't it, how they kind of saved everything for this last episode, because there was a lot of, like, emotional stakes in this. It definitely felt... Yeah, I kind of felt for the characters in this one, which was kind of weird. I feel like we should probably just talk about the cameos, right? I might as well share the screen with you guys. I don't want to get copyright claimed, so... Can we zoom in? There we go. So yes, I kind of screamed when I saw David Bradley because, I mean, I love him as the first Doctor. I think he's the absolute perfect casting choice. And I thought, well, they're not just going to stop at David Bradley, they're going to do more. And then Peter Davison was back, which was just insane. He's already been back, you know. Then we got Colin as well, if it actually lets me find it. It's showing Paul McGann. I knew he was going to be in something in some capacity because, well, you know, it's just going to happen. McCoy, my Doctor, obviously, that was great. And I really enjoyed this bit where the TARDIS had like an AI for the Doctor, because it kind of makes sense. And it kind of like guided the companions. I thought that was really neat. I'm not going to lie, like Vinder though, that was kind of a bit too coincidental, where he just fell through a wormhole and like happens to be in this exact position at the exact same time. But whatever, I don't really care. And then there's just a lot of elements to talk about in this, right? A Shad came back, but it wasn't actually a Shad. It was kind of like a clone of a Shad, which is kind of a bit underwhelming, I guess. But it was kind of like a cool explanation, like miniaturizing a Shad to like contain a cyber army, which was, I thought, was really, really cool. I'm just surprised how much positive things I have to say about this. Sure, it had its weak points, but, you know, I had a blast watching this thing. And I think I'm going to watch it again probably later in the week. And I don't do that with Chibnall episodes. And it was pretty funny to see Sacha Dhawan's Doctor, there you go, not Master, Sacha Dhawan's Doctor in McCoy's jumper. And, yeah, all that kind of jazz, which is great. Alright, this scene here. This was the one that actually made me cry. The Tegan and Peter Davison scene. It was just fantastic. I loved it. And seeing Ace for the 7th Doctor again, that was great. That was just lovely. Yeah. I didn't think that they were actually going to convert Kate. Well, I don't know. I kind of thought, are they actually finally going to do it? Are they going to get rid of Kate Stewart? But no, they didn't. And, you know, I always like seeing her, so I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. Don't really have an awful lot else to say. I was so surprised how much I enjoyed this scene between Doctor and Yaz. It was just really sweet. Yeah, man. And the circle of old companions was just... I think Mel kind of got a bit shafted in this. I don't think that she got as much dialogue as she should have done. Because, sure, she wasn't necessarily a fan favourite, but, I mean, Bonnie Langford is just such a fantastic actress that I think she deserved a little bit more. And Jo as well, you know, I mean, she's had an entire story with Sarah Jane, but, yeah, just not quite enough. But it was nice. And then the regeneration was very subtle, but I thought it was... I say subtle. No, it was calm and reserved. It just had such a positive vibe to it, and I'm so glad that they did that and didn't draw it out and do like a overly self-indulgent thing. It was just nice, you know. I just felt good after watching this, which is bizarre coming from this era of the show, but no, I now give it all that, but there have been moments I have enjoyed this era. There has definitely been some positive messages there. You know, I mean, I think it was a perfect way to round off the era. I'm glad that it was done the way it was, and if I have to give it a score, I'd give it... You know what, fuck it, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, because I just enjoyed it. which I can't ask for anything more. I can pick it to death. There are definitely a lot of problems I had with it, but I had an absolute blast watching it, which was just insane. Like, I was not expecting it at all. Okay, let's go up a little bit. Master dancing. Oh, that was amazing. Master dancing to the music. I loved that. That was so funny. The Rasputin thing. Chibnall's good at comedy, right? The thing is, Chibnall is a good... No matter what people say... Yeah, I mean, you're all full of shit, because, like, Chibnall is a good writer at the end of the day. It's just... We don't really know how much of it was restrictions, because the Battle of Ranskar Kalos was a first draft, and obviously that would only really happen if he just didn't have that much time to do it. So I definitely do defend Chibnall a lot, but at the same time, I can't really excuse the time of child bullshit. You know, I think the overabundance of companions in series 11 and 12 was a bit ridiculous. But I do definitely think there were a lot of restrictions and he didn't have control of everything. Bradley wasn't expecting Paul at all. I kind of, when he did like the fan Q&As and things, saying, "Oh, you know, mate, I've not really been called for the 60th," and it's like, yeah, you have. Where's my... Oh, my cat's coming in. Hello, Leela. Come on. Come on. Here we go. What did you think, Leela? Did you like it? Did you like it? Eh. She's so cute. Where are you going to go? Up there? Okay, bye. What else are you guys saying? I got scared for Kate as well. Like, were they actually going to do it? Yeah, Tom Baker didn't get an appearance, which I'm not surprised by. I didn't really expect him to make an appearance, because I kind of feel like it kind of would have stolen a bit of the thunder. I think they did just the right amount with the classic Doctors, and they did it in a good enough way that it didn't really take away. It didn't take away from Jodie's departure at all. I think it complemented it really well. Vinda didn't do much, more of a companion to Yaz. Yeah, that was just kind of weird. It didn't really need it, but at the same time, like, having Yaz on her own probably wouldn't have worked as well, because you kind of needed somebody to exchange dialogue with, so I can understand why he was there. A shared clone reminded me of the Genesis arc. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, Doctor Who's just a wacky and insane show, so, you know, I can excuse stuff like that. I think I'm getting a bit soft in my old age, right? I'm kind of... People who didn't like it, like, I'm really curious. Like, tell me what you didn't like. I just don't want it to change. It won't change my opinion. I'm keeping my score. We need more of the three classic companions. Yeah. Like I said, I think they kind of did them a little bit not quite dirty, but, you know, I think they didn't quite utilise them as much as they could have done. But then again, the restrictions of a 90-minute script, you know, I can not be mad at it. Did anyone, other than the unnamed extras, die in this? Can't think of anyone with an actual name that died. Have I forgotten anyone? Yeah, I don't think so. You know, I mean, does everybody have to die? You know, I mean, ooh, look how yellow my teeth are. Okay, now that makes it look a lot worse. But you guys probably can't tell because you're all watching on your phones. Well, 14 and Donna was talking about Mel in a leaked scene. So, well, yeah, perhaps that could be the same Mel. Who knows? Tom gives it a 5 out of 10. Is that the highest score you've given a Chibnall episode, Tom? 9 out of 10 wasn't perfect, but I loved every minute of it. Cool. I mean, I obviously open different opinions as well, so if you didn't like it, don't be afraid to say. Can't wait for figures if a decent number of people like the story. We are not going to get figures from this story because The BBC kind of fucked the merchandise team over, so we're not going to get any more figures from this era, really, apart from the 3-pack in B&M. I don't think we're going to get anything else, even though it's quite funny. Sorry, a bit of a tangent, but this is a chance where you could release the Sacha Dhawan Master, because when he was clean shaven with his like suit and, you know, purple shirt or whatever, you could literally pick any suited figure and just put a new head on it, really, and a new shirt piece. So I mean, you've got no excuses. Mark, like, come on, level playing field. He's a rubbish writer, lol. Look, I could probably call Russell T Davies a crap writer for doing such terrible finales. Oh. But, you know, we got to keep it fair here. Bradley's giving it a 9. Which bit of his writing makes you call him a good writer out of interest? When I say a good... Right, okay. Okie dokie. You want to open that can of worms, right? You know, I'm of the belief that there are no bad writers for the industry, because everybody's creative in their own way, so, you know, maybe that makes me a sycophant or whatever, but whatever. Chibs is a good writer. I mean, I loved his Torchwood stuff as well. Like, I think he did the characters in that such justice. Like, you wouldn't like the characters in Torchwood if it wasn't for Chris Chibnall, so I mean, come on. Sure, he's done a bit of shit in Doctor Who, but he knows what he's doing. He does things to a brief. He gets paid, you know. There's a reason why Tom didn't come back. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably falling apart right now. Sad to think. Yeah, Leela pretty much is my co-host, because she's always in the room when I'm streaming. I think out of the two, I definitely preferred Tegan to Ace in this, because, like, you know, I feel like Ace is a little bit caricaturish. But still, nice to see her, I guess. The Doctor died, lol. Well, they wanted you to want more, Logan. I'll say my thoughts on a live stream. Interesting. Too many characters, too much explanation from the Doctor. 3 Doctors, again, like Flux, to do all the talking to the companions to tell them what to do. Yeah, I can see your point, but I still liked it. I'm interested to see which episode you gave a 7 out of 10, but perhaps we can discuss that in a future video. Sadly, we won't get any new Cybermen. Yeah, there's no way we're getting new Cybermen, unfortunately. I mean, it literally, if every single person who was a Doctor Who fan signed like a petition to get some new Cybermen figures made, then we get it. But for some reason, people just do not sign petitions. Like, I remember the first Doctor TARDIS interior thing. There was a petition for that, and I remember sharing it like crazy. Yeah, and like no fucking buggers signed it. So I mean, if you don't ask, you don't get, right? Sure, making toys is extremely expensive, but I feel like if we did collectively demand a specific figure, we'd probably end up getting it and put in like a pledge or something. I don't know. Oh, of course, I remember reading that about Tom saying he was poorly treated on the set of Day of the Doctor, which is sad as well. But I think the dude has a massive ego as well, so not sure about that one. I wasn't there, I can't really comment. And yes, I know RTD isn't a rubbish writer, but I don't like his finales. I never have done. Orphan 55. Alright then. Wow, Mark is seriously roasting me in the comments. Nice. I like getting roasted. It's kind of cool. Roast me even more. Come on. I don't take this YouTube shit seriously anymore. Roast me. Roast me. Come on. Anyway. Right, overall, I enjoyed it. There you go. Can't really say anything else. Because this is the internet where if you like something, then you get interrogated. So, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to talk about this episode after this stream. Because there's no point stretching it out. I think that there's definitely room for a lot more civil discourse on the internet. And, you know, as long as we respect each other's opinions, then we might get there. We may get there in the end. YouTube's talking about it on TikTok. How you doing, man? Nice to have you. Cool. Alright then. I think I'm going to call this one a day. Because I just don't really have that much to say. Now, this was fun, guys. I definitely enjoyed sharing my opinion and hearing what you guys thought. Really cool. And TBV Figures enjoyed it. Nice. Nice. Cool. I think we'll probably call it goodbye, because future videos, don't have any. I'm busy at uni. You know, I'm busy having a good time, like not obsessing about a franchise which, you know, I dip into every once in a while. You know, hope that doesn't ruin things for you guys, but I'm not really planning on making that many videos for the future. I can't really think of what's going to come next. I'm not going to really do any more merch hunts, because they just cost too much to make. Yeah. No, don't worry about it, Mark. You're not, not at all. It's this is a talking ground for all of us to chat. You know, it's cool. We all share different opinions on things, and it's all good. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Despite the fact that there's not going to be that many videos coming out in the future, I do have some ideas for some comedy sketches, but not going to really have much time to film them. But I feel like I should at least keep you guys updated on what I do with uni and things, so that way I'm not completely dead. So go subscribe to One Spring Mania, because I'll no doubt put a making of the short film that we're working on at the moment, and it should be good. Actually, I tell a lie, I've got an action figure coming tomorrow in the post, which I really want to do an unboxing of, because it'd be really funny. But yeah, just don't expect a schedule or anything. Just I make videos when I can, when I've got some free time. But yeah, there may be an overall round off of Chibnall's era, and yeah, cool. Devon was hoping we could go on for a bit longer. Yeah, I mean, I kind of do have work tomorrow, so I don't want to completely tire myself out. But they were my thoughts, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good tie. Do you understand that reference?